There are calls for an urgent change to the school curriculum to teach students how to identify conspiracy theories and fake news.
With the pandemic fueling the rise of misinformation, experts believe education is key to reducing its threat. Alexa Cook has our latest Because It Matters story.
The Parliament protest, which ended in fire and fury, was sparked in part by disinformation about COVID-19. Researchers found just 12 social media accounts were responsible for spreading most of the false information.
It is an urgent problem that we have to address, and other countries have seen the urgency and have acted accordingly.
Disinformation refers to the deliberate spreading of false information, while misinformation isn't necessarily intended to mislead. Toha Toha has been teaching students and librarians to spot both and question what they see online.
Who is behind the information? What is the evidence? And then what do others say?
The not-for-profit organisation uses education to combat the spread of misinformation around COVID-19.
It has a real impact on people's daily lives when they watch, a loved one or a young person they know fall down that rabbit hole.
Toha Toha received funding during the pandemic. It runs 10-week programs with 24 schools per term, but its funding is set to run out.
Right now, we will not be carrying out any education in terms 1, term 2, or beyond that.
The assurance I can give is that I am looking into it. I don't have a solution yet, but I'm trying to work on one.
There are calls for that solution to go even further. While there are critical thinking skills in New Zealand's curriculum, experts say it needs to be embedded across all subjects and ages to prevent Kiwis from falling down the misinformation rabbit hole.
We can reduce the likelihood and the probability that that will happen if we have a really robust educational response.
We have a world-class curriculum at the moment, but a lot is left up to the discretion of the schools in what they're teaching and how they're teaching.
It's different in Finland, rated Europe's most resistant nation to fake news. There, identifying misinformation is taught in primary and secondary schools across all subjects.
They are learning to be critical, they are learning to be analytical, and they are learning to justify why this side is not so reliable than another side.
However, misinformation experts here say Finland's education model can't just be replicated in Aotearoa. We have a number of different types of schools and kuras, and our curriculum is not as standardised as theirs.
My worry is that we need to make sure that we're consistent in this. That is, across all schools, we're able to do this to a very good level of efficiency and effectiveness.
To ensure it is consistent, the Associate Education Minister has been to Finland to see their system for herself.
I saw young people that were defaulting to asking, is this true?
She's promising critical thinking will be ingrained in the curriculum refresh that's underway at the moment.
It is really urgent, and we're putting some criticality behind this right now. We're looking at some of those skills being tested over the next year.
Critical thinking skills that will hopefully prevent history from repeating itself. Alexa Cook, News Hub.